Hello gamers, and welcome back to Let's Play Ash of Gods. Okay, now I know why why there's no Strix count, because he is the only one left. Let's distribute some skill points. Devouring Blow deals 35 damage and increases your health or energy. That is pretty cool. Master of Combat. Quick Strike, 14 damage and increase my energy. Circular Hit, 31 damage to all surrounding units. I think I need that. Spurts of Flame, 12 energy, cooldown 4. Deal 14 damage to health to all enemy units. That's also quite powerful. This would reduce the energy cost. And this is a new one, Quick Strike. Let's go for Quick Strike in case I need it. I've got it every skill activated now. Okay. It's no coincidence that all roads and paths lead to the Water Mania. It's the likeliest place for a chance meeting. Now, the idea was to go along the water. Border Road, Galleon Road. It's not like that I see much water here. I mean, there's water here. This is like the army movement, I guess. But where's the Water Mania? Flooded quarries. The bear in the clearing. There's the Water Mania. I think I might go on the direct road. But should I maybe pass the semi-flooded quarries? And the 3 springs? I think that was like what the witch suggested. So let's take the old Gabonnen road. And then circle around here. You feel the reaping grow stronger. Let's resist the curse. You begin to think that the reaping is turning all of Terminum into the Yashan wasteland. Reality has become unsteady and nightmares seem to be clearer. You feel like you're standing near the Triple Mania again. No signs of the fight remain. But the ancestors you killed here stand in front of you once again. So try to wake up. Let's try to wake up. You try to escape the dream. The ancestors vanish into thin air, and you feel time accelerate as 3 arrows pierce your body. You wake up in a cold sweat. Juniper Fall to the Tar Works. And then the Vendel Path, or the Witch's Fell to the Bear Inn. An old logging business for fine wood. A hamlet with the tar works. Several generations of charcoal burners from Frigga have lived here. And there's a fort, a rocky fort on an erratic forest river. Let's go this way. You ride past the tar works of a large hamlet, reminiscent of a small village. Your attention is drawn to a man sitting on the ledge of one of the houses, holding a rabbit. The image triggers a flash of insight, and you remember to follow those who consort with beasts. You approach the stranger to ask the reason for his sour mood. The fellow nods. Name's Alan. Sorry, I can't get up. My leg is injured. Some creep just came by and robbed me just moments ago. He even stole my rabbit's foot talisman and hit me in the knee with a club. Can't hope to catch him now. And the villagers just laughed at me. No one wants to help. It won't take much time to catch up to the robber on horseback. It would mean a detour, though. Should you just heal Alan's wound and let him deal with the rest, or leave the unlucky fellow alone? Let's cure him with a potion. We don't have time. You open the saddlebag, but don't find the potion you've been looking for. Okay. Yeah, I've used it on the scoundrel. Let's use a healing spell then. You persuade Alan to let you examine the leg. Pretending to put her about with the herbs, you weave a simple spell to heal the wound. Alan gleefully jumps up and gives you a thankful hug before disappearing into the house. He stomps out a minute later with an axe in his hand. Alan stumbles for a second before giving chase. That's odd. I met the old woman yesterday. She said I need to tell something to a healer who helps me. Thought the old hag delusional, but then you really helped me out. Guess she was some sort of seeress. You have to read what's etched into the stone by the water. His last words trail off as he runs into the distance. Will he be able to deal with the robber once he catches him? Well, that's none of your concern. You have your clue and need to move on. An odd weariness washes over you, as if it's been accumulating to the point of overflowing. You pull the glove from your blackened hand and look at it closely. You wouldn't be surprised if it crumbled into ash or began smoldering right now. Ake shrugs. Listen, Hopper, I'm a bit tired. If we don't take a break within the hour, I'm afraid I'll fall off my horse. You call out to Russ. He yawns and rubs his eyes, but he doesn't look like he's about to fall off his horse. Is it sorcery, Cherlin, you ask, or fresh sap from some kind of sleeping grass? Ever since my hand has blackened, I've had trouble sensing the spells of others. Russ takes a sip from his flask and giggles. I've never been good at it, but why can't we set up camp and weave protective enchantments around it? We can catch up on sleep, something I've dreamt about. Can we stop in this clearing? Let's ride a bit further. You shake your head. No, Cherlin, you should never simply accept what falls into your lap. Let's look for a lighter clearing. I'm not afraid of strange sorcery. I have a fairly good sense for it, but bright sunshine will make me feel better, nevertheless. Russ takes another sip from his flask. There's one close by, a lighter clearing with a bright sunshine flooding its center. We won't find a better place, Plans. Not a bad place to die, if I say so myself. Ake sullenly shakes his head. Answer me this, Hopper. Why do you call Russ Cherlin? And why does he call you Blance? Are they code names or something? As for me, I've always been Ake. Nothing more, nothing less, and I'll be Ake until I die. Rusk laughs so hard he almost falls off his saddle. My dear Ake, names are like clothes. Eventually you get tired of them and want something new. Would you mind if I take your name when you die? I quite like it. Ake. It has a nice ring to it. Ake's face breaks into a crooked smile. That's too bad. And what if I outlive you? Should I call myself Cherlin then? Or Rask? I'm afraid my commander won't understand. You dismount and take a look around as you feed your trustworthy steed. Spring leaves rustle overhead. Grasses crunch softly underfoot. Will you finally be able to rest? And where did the dream come from? Why have you started to call Rask by his real name? What's gnawing at you? The silence is unnerving. You know that you're asleep. You can't move, no matter how hard you try. It feels as if your entire body has sprouted roots, tying you to the ground. You feel a sudden chill and open your eyes. Your companions are also immobilized. They look like melting wax effigies. Only Rask's beard sticks up stubbornly, and his gentle snoring wafts to the green vault of the forest. On a sunken log, you see a familiar figure. Come, sit, but don't you dare run. You're not like your friend Amma, no doubt. But you're a fast son of a bitch, nonetheless. I'm tired of sorting this mess out. I've lost my physical body twice in the last month. It took an entire month to restore my former appearance. You already know that, don't you? How did you manage to bind me with your spells? They've never had power over me before. But wait, the magic of the grass. How can it be? How long have we been sleeping here? More than a day? You guessed right. Atna helped me. She imparted some of her abilities to me for a while. In any case, that's not the reason I'm here. I want to offer you a deal with terms you'll find favorable. Do you want to learn the secret of this reaping? Do you want to know how mortals resisted a reaper? I will never serve you, Atrak. I can't help you, Atrak. Let's say that one. You weren't such a know-it-all before. Perhaps you can tell me then why the current reaping seems like the one that made us all into refugees. The one that destroyed our world. Are you plotting something similar here? You're putting the cart before the horse. Fulfill your part of the bargain first and you'll have your full explanation. In case you're thinking of backing out, know that you won't be able to. Just like your unfortunate friend here. You are too firmly affixed to your physical body. Oh shite. A sprout pierces your hand, painting it with blood. Nakoma gets to his feet and changes his appearance, then sends a root hurtling at Rask. It turns into a wooden dagger mid-flight and pierces your friend's chest. He writhes in fatal agony. You always have to meddle, or reproduce uncontrollably, like your friend Kavav. He's also a wanderer, who will meet the same end. You'll see. He'll go all the way to Opakum, attempting to save his progeny. He's Heddalik's best warrior now, poor sod. The death of Numbra, even someone like Cherlin, is exhilarating. Before you die, listen to me. I'm not asking you to betray anyone, though you've already betrayed Cherlin. I'm not even asking you to kill wretched mortals. All you need to do is be a witness, watch and record. Adna's root, still sleek with Rask's blood, is in the Reaper's hands again. You try to dodge it, but it presses you to your chest, almost piercing it. You scream in pain. What do you want from me, Atrak? Not much. Go to Opakum and do what you intend to do. Look around and commit what you see to memory and write it down. That's all. The gods will reward you, and not just them. I'll personally ensure that you meet your heart's desire in Opakum. I agree, but wait. Who am I supposed to meet in Opakum? What heart's desire are you talking about? Atrak does not reply, as the silhouette dissolves into thin air, as the slough of grass swallows up Cherlin's hollow carcass, and as Ache comes to his senses, you wonder whether you've become a slave again, or not yet. Why didn't you feel your friend's death? Could Atrak have taken Rask's spirit? Why would he? And why was Kabaf's name mentioned? You will ponder all this later. You have to carry on with your journey now. You have to think of a way to explain Rask's disappearance. Okay, there's only one path I can take. Okay, let's resist the curse once more. But I don't want more than 10, to be honest. But if I need to fight, I want to be able to fight. You approach the campground that hunters consider the best place to rest in this part of the forest. Few of them realize that the exhilaration and strength that fills them here and even heals them doesn't come from lake water, but from the mania serving as a bridge to a tiny island. They say it doesn't absorb poison, even during the reaping. Now's your chance to put that claim to the test. You remember Lorne's words. You try to picture the witch who enticed you with riddles and promises of lifting the curse, forcing you to wander the roads of Terminum. You miss Cherlin Rask, the only one among your kin whom you consider a friend. Even then, he didn't tell you what happened many years ago, when he became permanently attached to his physical body, and the Ashen Wasteland came into being. Huge Vendel pines give way to low fir trees. A waft of fresh air carries the scent of water. Seagulls glide overhead. There's a glint of water beyond the tree trunks, but the scent of reeds is laced with the smell of blood. The clearing looks like a scene of a recent battle. The island is here. You get off your horse and lean over to examine the ground. Ache whistles in appreciation of Lake's expansiveness. The island with the ruins, the stones jutting out of the water, and the forest wall on the opposite shore. Now that's something. I've never been here before, though I've heard about an island favored by hunters and fishermen alike. They've probably trashed the place. What have you found on the ground there, Hopper? You straighten yourself. Oh, it's nothing. Let's set up camp on the island, shall we? Ache dismounts, shaking his head in disbelief. Apart from being a healer, A bookworm and a sorcerer, you're a tracker now? I can't read the prints, but for some reason I don't see any blood, or bodies for that matter. You shrug. Just a matter of habit. The bodies could have been dumped in the water. If you search by the little dam where the river flows from the lake, you'll probably find them. I don't recommend drinking the water. We'll take a break for a couple of hours and carry on. You hear no response and turn to see Aik sinking into the tall grass at the water's edge. Dull green blades entangle his feet and the legs of his horse. Don't kill him, Adna, you say before turning to face the island again. He's done you no wrong. On the other side of the bridge, Adna smirks maliciously. I don't care for scurvy mortals. I need you, Blance. Come here. Don't be afraid. You're rooted to the ground. Adna, the bane of the Vandal forest, the Umbra overseer and the killer of their offspring, has come to converse with you, or kill you, just like she killed Cherlin by Nakoma's hands, having charmed the poor fellow with her magic. What do you want, Adna? To send me where you sent Cherlin? Why did you do it? What are you plotting with Dovkal and Atrak? This is a reaping, Blance. They happen sometimes. It's not my fault that Cherlin no longer exists, but his own. He dabbled in ancient magic and got trapped in that body. As for Nakoma, he likes to have fun. I lent my sword, but now I have it back. How are you going to use it against me? I haven't heard an answer yet. What do you want from me? You'll answer a couple of questions for me first. What kind of curse grips your hand? Who is the sorceress bewitching your path, and where are you headed? I don't know. I'm going to Opakum. Yes, I've heard of it. The only pure place left in Burkana, so far that is. You've already chosen the right path. It was an easy choice to make. There was no other path laid out before you, after all. You're plotting something too. Is Koronson on your side? Why are you having everyone gather at Opakum? What's wrong with this reaping? Answer me. We are all in the same boat. Whether you agree or not, your opinion is of no consequence. Don't forget your place. A servant of a servant, a vassal, a blank slate, a messenger, a courier. Are you so arrogant that you think that you are human? What are you saying? Deeming oneself a wretched mortal is tantamount to arrogance to you? Fine, in that case, I so call myself a wretched mortal. I don't know what the nature of the curse is. Yet it overpowers you, Blance. Binds you to this body, making you mortal. It also consumes you, though it's linked to the reaping somehow. Curious spellcraft indeed. I don't know anything about that. This curse is like a blindfold. Oh. I'm wearing a leaden suit of armor that grows heavier with each step. What business is it of yours? Everything concerns me. The curse grows heavier because it absorbs the reaping, sapping its power. That's why I'm so interested. But you won't last long at this rate. As for your blindness, we'll put it to the test soon enough. No Umbra can diminish the reaping's power, so I'm not holding my breath. As you can see, it's pointless to kill me. I don't know who this sorceress is. There must be a connection between you. Everything happens for a reason. I sensed her behind Frigga's walls, but I couldn't get closer. She's much too strong to be a simple witch. Too strong, even for the one I had initially taken her for. I don't know who you are referring to, but what did you want to ask her? Why is someone ruining your precious reaping? Who's interfering with your plans and saving people from insanity? I told you, I don't care about wretched mortals, as long as they suffer and die when I need them to. The witch, on the other hand, she cares. That stumps me. Even you don't give a damn about humans. Let me decide for myself who I give a damn about. I have nothing else to say to you, Adna. I have something to tell you, Blance. I don't know who that witch is, but if the gods granted her powers, it's them that she serves. It makes sense for me to help her. That's why I've met you here. Do you know what you have to do? Read a certain phrase, something connected to death and restoration. Words carved for eternity. I don't suppose they are carved into your hand? I do not heal others. Many people believe this stone has healing powers, but there's a grave here, with an inscribed tombstone. Perhaps it relates to death. and erasing the inscription is no easy task. The stone itself would have to be crushed. What do you need me for then? You have the stone and the inscription. Read it. You will see for yourself that it's gibberish. I can't read it, Blance. If I could, I wouldn't be waiting for you here. You need to read the inscription now. If you don't, someone close to you will die, and you'll have to go to Opacum alone. By the way, I have news for your Amma, of your Amma. Or is she no longer your Amma? Damn you, I'll read it. Look closer, you might be able to read it with me. It says, but you will not keep misfortune away. That's it. It's just a decoration that's been reused as a grave marker. It wound up here by accident. That wasn't happenstance, otherwise I'd be able to read it myself. But you will not keep misfortune away. There really are many ways of going about it. One man's misfortune is another man's happiness. The witch is toying with you, Blance. Whatever you say. What else do you want from me? Can I go now? What were you going to say about Amma? You're looking for a squad led by someone called Thorn, aren't you? You may still catch him, even overtake him, if you put your mind to it. I don't know why this witch drives you to Opacum, but I advise you make it to the fort. It'll be a good sight to behold. Amma was here, but she left for Opacum. Her fate will be decided there. Perchance yours too. Blance, Amma is Oshad, as the sorceress. Her prophecies aren't set in stone. Curses, she vanished. I didn't get a chance to ask her. Thank the gods. It seems she called off her sorcery. Atna's spell dissipates along with its caster. Ake's horse shivers. The giant gets onto his feet, shaking off sudden drowsiness, yawning, dejected about his weakness. He goes to the water's edge and rinses his face. He's frustrated by the senselessness of staying in this enchanted place any longer. You take one final look around in case Atna's been hiding somewhere in the ruins. You step onto the bridge, stoop down and touch Domenia's wet edge. You feel a rush of exhilaration and strength, but your hand remains black. The water mania can't cure everything, but at least it's not full of poison. I take it we are not resting here, Ake asks as he mounts his horse. It's a fine spot, but spooky. My ears are ringing. I've never cared much for sorcery, personally. Shall we get going? You nod in agreement. It seems like Ake is sensitive to magic. What are you sensitive to? The voice ringing in your ears is that of the High Umbra you like least of all, Adna, the mistress of the forest and grasses. She can bend the will of any living creature, but not yours. You cannot see me, but I'm still here, she hisses. I have a message for you from that witch. Find those loathed by all, and you will know all that was and all that will be, all that could have been and all that can be. That's all she said, which, in turn, I tell you, purely out of curiosity. The unknown entices me. After a pause, Atna continues. Now, there's something I want you to relay to Kabath, or whatever he's called now. Drua, Juket, Mabok, or something else. I'm sure he'll show up in Opacum. I killed many of his offspring, who will now serve our purpose. Please bow before him. He's done a magnificent job spreading seeds infused with Umbra essence. You rub your temples and shake your head. Ake looks at you quizzically. You nudge your horse. It seems better to get away from the water mania as soon as possible. After all, there are many roads leading to Opacum. Yeah, Opacum will be up here. Cannon Road, Prisoner Road. Again, lots of options. Wolf Track. We shall see, potentially, in the next episode, of Let's Play Ash of Gods. Thanks a lot for watching. Until then, bye for now.